Alright, hello. Oh, whoops. This is Todd Stramel, and I am doing an RLO for my Foundations of Education class in Dr. Moody's class. My RLO is over computer skills, and here we go. A little bit about myself before we get started. Like I said, I'm Todd Stramel. I'm actually a fifth-year senior here at Fort Hays State University in Hays, Kansas. Hays is located near the middle of Kansas, right there. I was born here on February 20th of 1989. In my spare time, I like to read and listen to music. Also, I skateboard when it's warm out, and hanging out with my friends is something I do a lot of times. I do love to travel. I'm actually dating somebody from Canada, so I travel there quite often. I've been to, I think, 9 different countries, so it's very fun. I like to do it a lot, but it's a little expensive, so I don't get to that much. But that's me. We're going to cover some basics here, so I'll go over some parts of the computer and then give you some more information about them. Some parts of the computer, the monitor, the CPU or computer tower, and then there are the mouse, the keyboard, a webcam, scanner, printer, and speakers. So the CPU or tower, that's this thing right here. It looks like a big box. That's the brain of the computer. It makes everything work properly, and everything else connects to that, kind of like the brain in your body. Most computers have a CD-ROM. That's usually a little slot that you can put discs into. It plays games or CDs, and most programs run off of CD-ROM. So, like I said, all the other parts of the computer are connected to the CD-ROM, or I'm sorry, to the CPU or the tower. Like I explained earlier, there's a few different parts of the computer, so we'll go a little bit more in depth. The monitor is this right here. It's the screen you look at. It lets you see exactly what the computer is doing and what exactly you're doing on the computer. The mouse, it's right here. It's connected to the computer. It's used to navigate around. That's exactly what I'm using right now. And the keyboard, it's right here. It has all the buttons on it. It's used to put text or words into the computer. You type those in. This is a printer, computer printer. It prints out information from the computer onto pieces of paper. You can print out pictures or words, either a letter or something like that. So that's very useful. Speakers, this is a set of speakers right here. They're used to produce sound, so you can hear music and other sounds from the computer. A lot of computer programs have sounds, so they let you hear exactly what's on there. And some computers have speakers built in, and some computers you need to plug speakers in. A little bit of information. It might look like a lot to understand here, but since Mexico uses distance in kilometers, it should be pretty easy. Information on the computer is stored in bytes, and it's just a way to measure exactly how much stuff we're using. And similar to distance, like I said, bytes are measured by 1,000. So 1,000 bytes makes 1 kilobyte, and 1,000 kilobytes makes 1 megabyte. Then for very large files, 1,000 megabytes equals 1 gigabyte. And from there on you get up, and there's other words, but you shouldn't need to know those. But most computers today have enough information to hold quite a few gigabytes, and many can hold upwards of 1,000 gigabytes. And this is a hard drive. This is what information is stored on. Okay, computers need software in order to run different programs. And so that's what you actually use on the computer. The computer just runs the programs, and then you use the programs. So there are a few different types of software. There's word processing software, like Microsoft Word, or when you use something like Google Docs on Google. And there's organizational software, like calendars, notepads, different organizational software like that. Then entertainment software is the major one that has all the games and fun things to do on it. And then there's system software that the computer needs to make sure it runs properly, like the operating system, like Windows Vista and things like that. That's considered system software. Also, there are other types of software, specifically programming software and things like that, but they'll only be used by professionals, so we don't need to worry about those. And then we're going to go ahead and just see how to turn a computer on. All computers have a power button. Sometimes it looks like this, sometimes just a little circle with a line in it. And in order to turn the computer on, you push that button. And then the programs we were talking about earlier, in order to open one, you can double click on one, either on the desktop like this, you just click twice, or you can go to the Start menu and just click on it once on the Start menu, and that will open it up. Also, when you're done using a program, you can close it a few different ways. You can go to File and Exit or Quit, like right here in the picture. Or you can click the very small X in the top right hand corner, like this. And sometimes if you want to hide a program, but you don't want to completely close out of it, you can click on the Minimize button. Right here it looks like a little line. Click on that and it'll hide it for you. Now that we've gone over some of the components of a computer and how to use it basically, let's review a bit, and we'll see how close you were paying attention. I'll go ahead and ask some review questions, and then I'll give you a few hints as well. What is this button used for? If you said it was the power button, it turns the computer on. So if you remembered that, good job. The next question, what is this item called? Every computer has one. It's used to see exactly what's going on the computer. If you said it was a monitor, you were right. And the next question, every computer also has one of these. Do you know what it's called? It plugs into the computer with a little cord. It's used to navigate around. This is called a computer mouse. And you use the buttons and you move it around on the desk to move the cursor like this. And that's how you select things. And do you remember what this was called? This item? It also plugs into the computer using the cord right here. It's used to put words and text into the computer. This is a keyboard. Keyboard. So if you said keyboard, good job. And what do you call these? They're used to produce sound so that you can hear music or other sounds from the computer. If you said speakers, you were right. These are computer speakers. They plug into the computer so you can hear what exactly the computer is doing. And do you know what this is? It's used to take things from the computer and put them onto paper. It is a printer. So if you said printer, you got it. You can take things off of the computer and print them out like words, either a letter or something like that, or pictures. You can print out a lot of things. And now that we've gone over those, you should know your basic computer skills. Good job. And so this is pretty close to the end. Since we've gone over those, you should be able to go ahead and get started with using a computer now. But there's so much more information to learn. You can go out and learn more now and just learn more about it and more ways to use computers in good ways. They're really handy for learning, especially in school, and they can give you lots of opportunities to learn information you otherwise wouldn't be able to get. So thank you for watching. It's been fun, and we hope you enjoy.